Concluding game this afternoon on stage 2 between Rob Cross and Danny Noppert. We have had a mixed bag so far. We have had a game of breathtaking quality between Josh Rock and Ross Smith. We have had an astonishing comeback from Johnny Clayton against Alan Suter. We've had a more one-sided affair between Jurjen van der Velde and Nathan Aspinall, the Asp winning that one by 10 legs to 2. And now we've got what could be a more attritional contest between Cross and Noppert. Cross has not won the UK Open before. Danny Noppert has, although it's fair to say the Dutchman's record since beating Michael Smith in that final has not been too great. He's looking to make the last 16 for the first time since the year he beat the Bully Boy by 11 legs to 10. It was a low-quality final, but it was a dramatic final. And drama has followed Danny Noppert in this competition. Last leg defeats to William O'Connor and Martin Lukeman in the past 2 years. It was very comfortable for him yesterday against Daryl Gurney, a potentially tricky tie, but Noppert swept aside Super Chain at 10 legs to 2. Rob Cross found his contest slightly trickier, but in the end it was all too easy for him on the outer boards, beating the new tour card holder Thomas Lovely 10-4. He's had a good start to the year, Voltage, a win on the World Series in the Netherlands, a Players' Championship win as well, and he's looking in good nick as we enter the month of March. A tricky one to call to end the afternoon, Paul.
Yes, absolutely. This one is pretty much 50-50, but the record in this tournament of Cross is slightly better than that of Danny, albeit 42. The fact that Voltage hasn't won it. If we look outside of wins of the event, Cross has been to the quarterfinals 5 times.
85.
That's pretty good considering he made his debut back in 2017 when he had that infamous meeting with Michael van Gerwen. So 5 quarterfinals in 8 years. That's very good. Maybe this format suits him. But only one of those quarterfinals has been turned into a semi-final, and then that was turned into a final where he lost to Aspinall. But you're right about his season. Off to a really good start. He can start trying to tick things off his list. 1 on the floor, check. 1 in the World Series, check. What's next? Ranked major?
99.
Premier League night win? Get to the playoffs? European Tour win for the 3rd consecutive year? Yeah, there's a lot to do in 2025 if you're this man.
180.
Noppert himself has had a respectable start to the year, was a semi-finalist in the revamped Win My World Masters.
Rob, you acquire 120.
Seen him have a few grandfather clock darts before. Accidental 170 a few years ago. Cross is looking for Shanghai. Double top. Somehow sneaks it in. If Hugh Ware says it's gone, it's gone. And Rob Cross leads this one 1-0.
Yeah, this is a workman-like head-to-head, isn't it? Deliberate set positions. Really good technique, but there's not going to be much in the way of celebrating in this game until the whole thing's over.
55.
You've also got 2 World Cup players here from the past. However, as it stands, if you're marking your card for a little later in the season, wanting to see things like that in a pairs environment, this summer's World Cup in Frankfurt is going to see England have Littler and Humphreys. Good luck stopping them.
I could not help myself from literally rubbing my hands together then.
The only way that they don't represent England this year is if Luke Littler bows out and says, do you know what? Bully Boy won it last year with Humphreys. Give him a chance to defend it. You remember what Gary Anderson did for Hendo?
you think he'll do that?
100.
That's a really good question. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
93.
But it would very much depend on Michael Smith's form going into it. It's a talking point, let's put it that way, because there's a precedent.
What if England won again? Would Littler in 2026 say, nope,
140.
my turn now?
Danny
Exactly.
O'Brien, 97.
Treble 19. There it is. How's his double 10?
Game
Pretty
from
good.
the Danny Noppert. The leg are up to 30.
And we do have some news from one of the outer boards. Cameron Menzies, well, he lost the last 3 legs against James Wade to lose 10-9. But get a load of the last few legs. It was an incredible contest. At the point where there were 7 legs to go,
180.
Cameron Menzies won 4 straight with 14, 15 and 2 11 darters. And then Wade needed to win the last 3 legs.
99.
He did with 2 14 darters and an 11 darter. And we have looked at the statistics sheet. We think that Menzies has missed at least 1 match dart.
58.
So there's drama on this stage. There's drama on the outer boards and on the main stage as well today.
44.
And speaking of Michael Smith, he's in the hat. He's just beaten Matas Razma by 10 legs to 7. And he's got a record of doing pretty well in this tournament when he's not 100%.
93.
Would you like to hear a scoreline from the main stage? Michael
Yes.
Van Gerwen 1, Robert Owen 4.
140.
Okay.
Danny McQuire, 170.
Would you like to see a 170 from Danny Noppert?
I would. But we don't get everything we want.
96. Robbie McQuire, 78.
If we got whatever we want in life, it would be boring. Sometimes you have to go for things that you've never done before, never had. Isn't that right, Rob? Double 6.
Game
Very good. Very confident
Cross.
as he continues his charge to something he's never lifted in what is already an illustrious career.
It feels like the kind of game where every break of throw will be invaluable. Because these two are not going to give much away to each other.
I think these two are on the same sort of level of something you can't measure. It's the ultimate compliment. When you're having a round table about dart players, if you were to bring up Danny Noppert,
180.
one of the first things people would say about him is, he's hard to beat. But when you talk about Rob Cross, he's exactly the same. Hard to beat. And they're beating
180.
the living heck out of each other right here in leg 4.
$57.
Well, it's 3 180s in 4 legs from Danny Noppert, and yet you could lose the throw.
133.
Someone who only ever uses 3 scoring trebles. Rob Cross has figured out his own way of playing 501 darts.
140.
And he's utilised the treble 20 and the treble 19 brilliantly in this leg. For a break of throw. It's a double he's already hit. And he is getting better at tops. For years he didn't like it, but now he's understood that he needs to be good at it if he wants to get to the top of the mountain again.
He tended to do whatever he could to avoid trying to go for tops. And
57.
I've got to admit, as a non-darting player, I do find it strange players who don't like tops, because it's only a few inches north of where you're aiming for the majority of the game.
Yeah, some players don't like high targets. They're better at lower targets because of their height.
180.
Not being starved of maximums in this game, that's for sure. But I think everybody who is an elite player, they can learn from Gerwyn Price. What I mean by that is, if you don't like something, don't avoid it, confront it. Price did not like double start darts. He figured it out. He's now a World Grand Prix champion. Rob Cross is not seen as a great double start player. He's got to try and figure that out if he wants to be a WGP winner.
81.
If you don't like a double, spend some time on it. You never know when you might need it. Just because you like tops and 10s and 12s doesn't mean you're not going to need double 16 every now and again. Just ask Littler. He won the world title in double 16. He barely leaves it.
134. Danny required 50.
Well, this to break straight back. Don't normally associate big scoring with Noppert. We normally associate lethal finishing.
40.
There was nothing lethal about that.
Robbie required 95.
This one's got my attention. Where does he go first? I think he said he wasted that dart. It's now still a 2-dart combo. It's tops again. If he hits it here, he will adore it.
That is Houdini levels of escapism from Rob Cross.
Well, based on this game and this game alone, he's the best top shooter in the world.
140.
I don't think he's missed it.
Well, we know for a fact that Ryan Searle didn't hit one.
Good point.
58.
Damon hit a 6. Connor Scott 3 out on board 4. What a great game for board 4 that is. Jan van Veen and Stephen Burton are 6 legs deep. It's 4-2 to Van Veen. Are we now officially in the meaty end of the UK Open? I think we are.
80.
Think of the Saturday afternoons that we've seen over the course of the time since 2003. This is where things get really interesting.
59.
You can tell Rob Cross is in good nick because that third dart has been delivered with minimal effort. If he's snatching away at dart 3, it means that he hasn't got the reps in the tank.
134.
I mean this in the nicest possible way. Rob is not the most naturally gifted player. He needs to work. He needs to polish his skills to be the best version of himself. And you can tell that he's polished. That's pretty polished. Trying to get rid of Danny Noppert is very, very difficult.
He's the ultimate wasp at a barbecue. And occasionally he will sting you and it will hurt you.
Ever been stung by a wasp? It's not nice.
No.
It's not very nice at all. That treble 20 is starting to feel like the person who was just stung. It's been stung 3 times. I wonder what the ambitions are of Noppert this year. It's an interesting case for a player who has won something like this. Hasn't won on the European Tour. He's got the same sort of reputation as Ryan Searle. He picks up a title a year. The next step for him is maybe what Nathan Aspinall has gone on to do. Win that second big ranking event. Like a match play or a Grand Prix, something like that. I think he's a prime candidate for the European Tour this year. I think that's the next step for him. If he can start winning there, other things are possible.
One extra opportunity this year because it's a 14-strong European Tour this year.
58.
re-edition of Göttingen. 34 Players' Championships as well. I think Noppert will be eyeing up 2 or 3 of those at least.
Just think how long it took Rob Cross to get one.
89. Danny, you require 120.
Right in the middle. Tops this time for Noppert.
100.
That is a let-off.
Rob, you require 65.
Is Cross going to leave tops again? No. Needs another recovery. He's been spending time with Scott Williams. That's really interesting. So different, but yet so good. Who does that?
Crafty Crossy.
66.
Don't you start. He's classy, now he's crafty. Try saying classy, crafty, crossy 3 times in a row.
He has not missed a dart at double yet. Whether it is tops, whether it is double 6, or whether it's double 1. And I do wonder, the reason he went for that was because tops is working so well for him. If I just shuffle across an inch or so to the right, double 1 can work out for me.
134.
I wouldn't be surprised. Rob's a very intelligent dart player. For the want of a better phrase, he's got a little bit of dartificial intelligence. He's owning this game now.
121.
Look how disappointed he is with a 1-2-1. He's 130 ahead and he's displeased. Because he knows if he can palm off Danny Noppert in the first half of this match,
100.
he can get rid of him a lot easier in the second half.
Treble 20. He'll be down for treble 17.
76.
That's not as polished as it has normally been from Cross.
But it doesn't matter what Danny does here. Cross has still got the leg in his hands.
60. Rob, you require 70.
You can even make a song out of that. He's got the whole leg in his hands.
Finally down for his beloved double 16. Tops has done him good. Double 16 hasn't.
Danny, you
Maybe he should have gone
require
single 12.
116.
And this is how Danny claws you back. If he's going to get back into this game, this needs to go. Nobody can escape the claw.
Danny Noppert.
As he does claw his way back to within 2.
Is that another Jim Carrey reference?
Yeah, I'm going for 3 today. There's 2. Same movie as well.
134.
Usually reserve them for when Raymond van Barnevelt's here. But he's out.
There are few players in world darts who look likelier to hit those shots when they've just faced a leg double.
180.
You might as well call him the deflector.
99.
He's just got this incredible steel about him. I don't know whether it's something to do with Friesland, where he's from, the way he was brought up, how his darting career has gone, but take it from all of the top players and people who have faced Danny over the last 10 years. He is just so stoic.
And his career path has been very different to Cross, who exploded onto the scene. He did his career backwards to many players. He won the big stuff first and then started to take the smaller titles. Noppert has been there or thereabouts, and it's been a steady ascent, and he's really had to work hard.
Yeah. Danny Noppert's career has been like Lennox Lewis, whereas Cross's has been like Rocky Balboa.
$99.
Great last start. And with 71, you're thinking about primary doubles. It's going to be double 16 or double top.
100.
One of those has been good to him. The other one, he's had one shot and missed it. He's going for the one he's missed. Pesky. He could be in the distance already. It's another combination finish when his opponent has missed. But this time, Danny doesn't have the answer.
It was not far away, which will probably frustrate him a bit more. Double 16 for Rob Cross. Never known him fluff his lines so much down this side of the board.
16.
He might have let this one go.
24.
Basement time again. Consider that leg gone, and that'll hurt. Sometimes Noppert does show you a bit of emotion. And I think he knows he's very fortunate to be back on throw.
He's averaging the best part of a ton.
97.
You know what Danny and Rob are like. They can do a sneaky ton in their sleep. Jan van Veen's averaging nearly a ton against Stephen Burton, but he's 5-5. Bertie's sticking around. I wonder if this one's going to be 5-5. It's more likely than not.
7 maximums from Noppert in the first 10 legs.
100.
They're almost Dirk numbers rather than Danny Noppert numbers.
Yeah, don't talk to Danny about Dirk. Considering their World Cup team environment that they had that was so un-Danny Noppert, it was silly.
It was almost comically mismatched, wasn't it? The personalities of the two.
Correct.
126. Danny of acquired 84.
It's like putting Peter Griffin with Elmo. Double 12. Brilliantly done. Danny Noppert has clawed his way back into this one.
As expected, this final afternoon match on stage 2 between Rob Cross and Danny Noppert is as tight as a drum. It is 5 apiece. It's a hard one to kind of analyse, really. Rob Cross, for the first 7 legs at least, was perfect on the outer ring. He then started to miss chances, uncharacteristically, at double 16. And Danny Noppert did what Danny Noppert does. Swoop in the style of Minehead Seagulls on someone's chips. Took them off Cross, winning the last 3 legs. And when you couple that with the excellent scoring power that Noppert's shown, 7 180s, Rob Cross has got a big game on his hands. However, Cross is in fine form, having won a couple of titles already this year. I think I'm going to ask you the same question, Nico, as I did when we started the match, or posed the same statement. It is a hard one to call still.
Absolutely.
81.
I think when this draw came out last night, if you were watching it live on ITV or saw the draw
60.
on social media via the PDC, you'll have said, this game? Oh, that's going to be close. It's just one of those fixtures right now.
180.
In Premier League terms, who would this be? Chelsea?
151.
Against
Chelsea are a bit too gung-ho, I think.
100.
I think the new version of Arsenal. Versus
68.
I'd say Arsenal-Chelsea-ish. If it were Dutch football in the Eredivisie, I'd have to consult someone on that one.
Feyenoord v FC 20. That sounds plausible.
80.
Eighth 180 for Danny Noppert. However, Rob Cross, having missed double 16, misses it again. And again.
He's got to find this double 8. His confidence is being shot now. That'll work.
Rob Cross, 12th leg, Danny Noppert.
It's a winning leg for Rob Cross, but surely he'll start to be a little bit concerned at how profligate he's being on his favourite double.
140.
And it might lead to a change in game plan where, if he's got 52 left, he'll go 12 tops.
If that starts happening, I might have to look outside to see if hell had frozen over.
140.
Because if you'd have said years ago that Rob Cross would change from a double 16 guy to a tops guy, I would have said that's never happening. But I have to agree with you. We are at the point now where his double 16 shooting is under question.
Damon Heta is one leg away from beating Connor Scott. He leads 7-9, and it's 7-all between Jan Van Veen and Stephen Burton. And listen to this. Robert Owen, 8-4 up against Michael van Gerwen on the main stage. We know Robert Owen's got previous in the UK Open. He's a former semi-finalist.
Correct.
In the year of the freeze. Not Danny Noppert, 2018.
I like that, the year of the freeze.
4 tops.
84.
Not far away.
You require 170.
I'll give you the ins and outs of that main stage game in a second. Now that Rob Cross is not going to take the 170 out. Robert Owen is 8-4 up, averaging 87.
Danny, you require 20.
Double 10. Straight in. Straight and true.
13th flag, we're up to throw first.
They all count, but there are certain doubles that are just so aesthetically pleasing, and that was one of them.
Average of over 103 for Noppert.
174.
A monstrous start to leg 13. And this one's about to get really interesting.
83.
We're going to have 4 more games for you tonight, as this UK Open goes from 4 boards to 2. And a name in the hat will be Damon Heta. He'll be in the last 16 once again.
98.
Connor was a stage 2 hero last night in defeating Gerwin Price with a 15 darter against the throat. It was some effort from the sniper, but he's been taken out by the heat.
100.
And there are some competitors left who could be the first person from their country to lift the UK Open title. Johnny Clayton of Wales,
100.
Krzysztof Ratajski of Poland, William O'Connor of Ireland, Martin Schindler of Germany, and Damon Heta of Australia. Double 18. He wasn't comfortable there. What does he want to do?
85.
Well, that's interesting because he's gone for the 10 or the 6 to dodge double 8.
Will the decision pay off? Double 4 for crafty Crossy, straight in. Of course it paid off. Intelligent darts player, as you mentioned, Nico. Thinking clearly about the game, realising that double 8 and double 16 are not working out, but I do have other options at my disposal.
You've got to be like this in-game. It's like having an offensive coordinator or someone on the touchline shouting orders to you saying, do you know what? Why don't you try this instead of this? Because something isn't working. The bottom left corner is not working for Cross in this game, so try and stay away from it for a while.
140.
Use what is working. Top half of the board.
$42. 44.
That's the kind of visit that you can actually afford yourself when you're in this position. Better to have it now than in a crucial leg where you're battering maximums at each other.
100.
Because that has happened at times in this match. Back to normal now.
100.
Main stage, Robert Owen is a leg away from beating Michael van Gerwen. He leads 9-6.
59. Danny required 96.
Craziness of the UK Open distilled into potentially one result. Doesn't need to go double-double with Cross on 207.
And he shouldn't. There was an argument there for going for 2 singles, just to leave a double. That's not how he operates.
80.
If Michael van Gerwen loses to Robert Owen, who's averaging 91, there are going to be questions.
Danny requires 16.
Double 8 for Danny for 7-all.
Game shot
Straight in.
Danny
Not
Noppert.
normally noted for his double 16 and double 8 shooting, but where Cross has been continuously missing, Noppert hits it first time.
MVG is 7 from 28 on his doubles for only 25%. In a tournament filled with this kind of quality, you can't do that. He's 9-7 down. If he wins the last 3 legs, apparently you can. But you can't continuously do it. That's why Cross has had to evolve in this game. You never know when you might need a double 3. Or a 1-5-6 checkout. Or a 1-2-1 on double 14. All of which you've seen this afternoon on this stage. You've got to be darting versatility in a mug.
You've got to be prepared for all eventualities.
134.
We're 14 legs in, Dan. We still haven't got a clue.
125.
It was always destined to be this kind of game, whether both players were at it or not.
43.
That's loose. And that is an open invitation to Danny Noppert. And that is not an ideal first dart. Needs to squeeze past.
60.
Only 60.
He had that 60 surrounded. And he's feeling the pain of it. Noppert started this tournament as the world number 13. Looks like he's going to improve that, unless someone jumps him. But Rob Cross, the world number 4, might be getting the jump in leg 15. It's tops again. It has been reliable.
That wasn't in the same postcode.
37.
That was closer, but not close enough.
Danny required 20.
Is this where everything changes? Incredible accuracy from Danny Noppert.
Danny Noppert.
Now that he's got the lead,
16 players.
is it something he doesn't relinquish?
Game on.
Some players like to dominate. Some players get a kick out of these kind of matches where they've got to really dig deep and work hard.
100.
We've talked about that with Nathan Aspinall. He didn't have to do it against Jurgen van der Velde. But the craftiness of these two players, we've seen it many times before. They've dug deep to win games like this, but they don't use up their reserves as much as an Aspinall does.
109.
Wonderfully timed. For only a 4th maximum for Rob Cross in 16 legs.
85.
He's having a purple patch on the 60.
140.
Not a bad time to find it. Cross gets leg 16. We go to the championship rounds.
80.
And that's where we saw some of the best stuff from Josh Rock
81.
and Ross Smith, James Wade and Cameron Menzies this afternoon. Double 13.
Gains from the 16th leg.
They're both doing it now. Both fully invested,
16th leg are up to third
physically
place.
and emotionally.
Game on.
The advantage is back with Cross.
A mega response from Rob Cross.
See all those V's on his shirt.
58.
V's for victory. And victory belongs on the main stage too.
Rob Owen, 10-8 against Michael Van Gerwen, an average of
60.
90.5. Van Gerwen had darts to take it to a decider. He fluffed his lines, and the Welshman is clearly loving Minehead once again.
96.
Riding the crest of a wave as well after his World Championship success.
He hasn't really had a great start to the season, Rob Owen. So he's turning into a main stage player.
96.
Ali Pali, Minehead. I wonder who he's going to get tonight.
It's not a bad characteristic to have.
Well, if he plays on this stage tonight or the main
140.
stage, he's got really good memories.
Well, this is the last game to be completed, so we've got 15 of our 16 names. And
134.
in our minds, I think we're already thinking of potential ties we could get. Obviously, Humphreys Littler would be the headline act. But you've got the defending champion Dimitri Vandenberg,
139.
Nathan Aspinall, Michael Smith, Johnny Clayton, Josh Rock, littered with quality. Jan Van Veen did manage to beat Stephen Burton 10-7.
So all eyes are on Reds right now for the final 3 legs of this one.
Robbie Rapine, 68.
There might only be 2. It very much depends on double 16.
Game
This time it works.
Rob Cross, 18th leg, Daniel Thumpers.
He's just told double 16 who's boss.
It's the 9th leg that Rob Cross has won, and the first on double 16.
180.
That's why Danny Noppert is so hard to beat. He's just been hit with a haymaker of a 68 checkout. His first response is a maximum.
Danny Noppert does not go away. He loiters and lurks. Doesn't he just?
180.
Some people do subscribe to the notion that there is a bad time for a 9-darter. This is it.
96. Danny Rapine, 141.
To take us all the way. Wrong side of the wire. Now focus. Danny Noppert always focuses.
His expression did not change when he hit that treble 5. Tiny little bit of adulation from the crowd as he gives back.
92.
But he is so committed to just taking it to leg 19. He doesn't care about the perfect leg.
He cares about double top. He hits double top, and we are going all the way for the second time this afternoon on stage 2.
Game on.
You've seen your opponent go 9-8 up with a brilliant checkout. You respond with an 11-darter, and now it's gut check time.
137.
And neither of these two have ever had their bottle questioned. Oh my word. What on earth?
180.
That's 3 maximums in the last 2 legs. It might even be another one to come.
Not noted for his scoring, we said. It is 11 180s for Danny Noppert.
58.
And yet it's followed by a slip. 1 point between them with half a leg remaining.
He wanted more than that. He has to settle for a ton. Danny's route to a finish may be more intricate. There goes that. Rob now has the luxury of hitting a 2 treble visit to leave a double.
Treble 20.
132.
The most perfect of perfect setup shots. Double 16 has generally been pesky. He's hit it recently though. Oh, they're loose darts. 156 left for Noppert. Double 16. It's happening again. And finally, Rob crosses the finishing line.